Hi everyone. Apparently, gym machines are killing your gains. But this is actually true. Or is it just a lie? The channel Gravity Transformation just made a video titled 8 Gym Machines You Need to Stop Using. That's a pretty bold statement. Actually, gym machines are great. They can help people with injuries to train. They provide a good range of motion and help you to have proper form during the execution of the exercise. So, dumbbells and barbells are far superior than those machines that cost $5, $6, $7,000. Is that actually true? No, many of these machines are, in fact, safer, better, easier to learn, and less dangerous than barbells and dumbbells. These machines are extremely useful for people who are just now approaching the gym and are learning how to properly perform exercises, so they can have quality form and avoid injuries. You see, they are extremely useful. And it doesn't stop here. They also have space for intermediate and advanced lifters. They are just as good as dumbbell and barbell for training. In fact, your muscles don't make distinctions between machines, dumbbells or barbells. They just lift the weight, no matter where the weight is. And when you provide an adequate stimulus, your muscle will grow. So let me explain you why he is wrong on the various machines.
Starting first with the very popular Smith machine. The issue is that the Smith machine is locked into a set range of motion and has a set barbell path.
That is actually good. You want to be guided during the range of motion. Instead of loading a barbell, start to squat and see your back rounding up, going down without proper execution and correct muscle engagement.
Since the bar is locked into a set range of motion, squatting on a Smith machine isn't biomechanically natural. This is why most people end up squatting by leaning back against the bar.
This is not true, and you can do the same mistake also with barbells or dumbbells, but in this case you will lose balance and fall, risking to get injured. Instead, when you're using a Smith machine, you just need to find your natural position to squat, like you will do on the bench press. Also, the advantage of the Smith machine is that if you're training to failure and you can't push the weight up, you can rack it and avoid being crushed under the barbell. The Smith machine is the same as doing a barbell squat. It works the muscle the same way because the movement is the same.
You're not going to be working your stabilizer muscles since the bar is locked and already stabilized for you, and will only provide a small fraction of the results that you can get from doing these exercises with regular barbells and dumbbells.
Come on, this is a complete lie. The load on your muscle will be exactly the same, and therefore also the gains are going to be the same. There is no difference at all. If the movement is the same, the load is the same, why the outcome would have to be different? Think of it.
Another machine that you want to stay away from is the hip abduction and adduction machine.
These machines are fantastic because a lot of time lifters, especially male, forget to work their abductors and adductors. So, you want to train them to have a balanced legs development.
These machines do not and will not help you reduce fat from your inner and outer thighs.
What's the point of this? You're lifting weight to build muscle. That is the primary goal of lifting, is gain strength and hypertrophy. To lose fat, you need to be in a caloric deficit. Also, there isn't no exercise that can target fat in specific areas, and therefore, according to what Gravity Transformation says, you should never do bench press or squat either, because they will target fat in your chest or in your quads. So I believe that these are very valuable exercises that all trainees should incorporate into their exercise routine. The next is the leg press.
Next is the leg press machine.
What? This is insane. Leg press is fantastic, especially for people who can't do squats because they suffer from lower back pain. Let's say what he says on leg press.
Many people believe that the leg press is a safer alternative to barbell squats for your lower back.
That's the reality.
But that's not at all the case. When doing leg presses, your back is pinned against a pad in a way where it becomes more and more difficult to maintain the natural lumbar curve as your knees bend and come closer to your chest.
That it is not true. In fact, most of the people are doing partial reps on the leg press. They don't go down, or at best they go halfway down. There is a small percentage of people that are lowering the footrest so far that their lower back comes off the bench, and this is not good. You don't want to round your lower back. You don't want to round your lower back.
The leg press sometimes causes the pelvis to rotate away from the backrest when the weight is lowered, leading to lumbar flexion, which produces herniating conditions for your discs.
Yes, sometimes when you lower the bar way too far. But guess what? If you use any machine, whether it's a machine, a free weighted dumbbell, a barbell, and you do the exercise incorrectly, it can create a problem. Instead, it way harder do a heavy squat with proper form rather than leg press, and so you'll risk having people getting more injured with the squat. because they don't use correct form. So, the point is that you must have proper form and don't ego lift. If you ego lift, you risk getting injured on a machine using dumbbells or barbells.
You can only perform short reps in a limited range of motion. And on any given rep that you decide to get that nice stretch by going a little lower down, you run the risk of a serious lower back injury.
No. Simply avoid that nice stretch by going way down. There's something called balance. Don't dare it go past 90 degrees. If you feel your lower back coming off the bar, then you have done the exercise wrong, and you don't need to get that down. So, rather than discouraging people from doing the leg press, which is a very simple exercise for most people to do, why don't explain how to proper execute it? Instead, what he says to do them one leg at a time, and this is actually more dangerous. Why? Because when you're holding yourself down with one leg and you're using the other, you're preventing yourself from twisting and rotating and will make it more difficult. Imagine doing one arm shoulder press. In this case, you need to use more energy to stabilize your entire body, and it puts a lot of pressure on it. The same will one leg press do.
Another exercise machine that many people use incorrectly is the lat pull down.
Next one, the lat pull down. According to gravity transformation, you should never use that machine again. The lat pull down, it's an amazing machine and will help grow your back.
Specifically, I'm talking about behind the head lat pull downs.
Now it's specifically behind the neck lat pull downs. But why he didn't say it in the beginning, instead of saying the lat pull down in general? Why not say do pull down to the front of the head? You should lift by going in front of your head, because that allows you to pull more weight and get a better muscle stimulus. There's a big difference between saying 8 gym machines you need to stop using and gym machines. Use them correctly. Next one.
Next is the seated crunch machine.
Why should we stop doing that? It's a good way to train your abs. It's a machine that works really well.
There are much better ab exercises available, like stability ball crunches, decline sit-ups, and weighted leg raises with pulse-ups, for example.
And why you should stop using it? There's no point. I don't like this video. I don't like that he's encouraging people to stop doing great exercises that are effective, that are not actually dangerous. This is not dangerous. It's not contraindicative. It's not an exercise you should avoid. Just because there's a couple exercises that are better doesn't mean you need to quit doing the exercises that you love.
Do 0 for your deep tissue core stabilizer muscles. If you continue to increase the weight load that you lift on this machine without strengthening those stabilizer muscles with other exercises first, you will highly increase your risk of injury to your spine.
Does he really think you're not training your stabilizer muscles and any other exercise you're doing during the gym? You're working your stabilizers when you do the bench press, the curls, the squat. Whenever you engage your core to keep the torso locked, you're engaging and working your stabilizers.
Another set of machines that I would not use are the Selectorizer chest press and shoulder press.
Is that really that dangerous? The answer is no.
There's also no stabilization component involved in these exercises.
Again, you don't have to train every stabilizer muscle during every single exercise. You're still training your stabilizers during other exercises. These exercises are not as dangerous as he says. He's exaggerating things just to get more views. It's like saying you should not squat too heavy because you're putting too much pressure on your joints. If you want to know more about diet and nutrition and why 95% of diets fail, check my nutrition book. I'll give you all the info you need to lose weight and keep it off for good. Hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share it with your friends. See you on the next one.